Morning, welcome back to Castle Farm. Welcome back to Shardlow Marina, chasing pike. So where are we? We are a week into March, and for me this sort of signals, March signals the end of my pike fishing really. I don't fish beyond March. So yeah, I thought I'd get a session in quickly. It's also coming close to the end of the season. We've got another week left of the fishing season, which is rivers. So rivers have a close season from March till June. So this week and next week is the last time we can fish rivers. So I thought I'd come and get a session in quickly. So yeah, I'm at Shardlow Marina on the River Trent, basically. Pike fishing. When I say pike fishing, I've got two rods out for the pike. I've already missed one rod, and I've got a scaled down rod for in the hope of maybe a perch or a zander, but it'll probably catch pike if we're lucky. Yeah, so March is a really good time for targeting pike. They are at their optimum weight. They're ready to spawn. And it's in March, now the water temperatures start to rise, they'll start going to their spawning grounds, which is normally slacks in the rivers, snags, places like that, but also marinas. So I've chosen my swim today with that in mind. I am fishing right on the entrance to the marina where the river enters the marina. There's a small channel, let me show you. So that there is the channel into the river, and that's the river just there. There's a channel coming in here. So I've got one bait on the bush, and I've got one in the open water here where it comes. There's a channel comes out of the marina there. So basically I've got the plan is, or my theory is, that if any fish are coming in the marina to spawn, which at this time of the year you think there would be, I can intercept them coming in or going out. So if the pike are heading into the main river to a spawning ground further down or upstream, I should intercept them both ways really, whichever way they're coming. That's the theory anyway. I've been about an hour. I've been casting about an hour. I've missed one screaming run. I couldn't go out. So yeah, well, I'm optimistic. I say I've got two baits out. I've got one on smelt, and I've got a mackerel popped up, and then on the float, it's a very scaled down version, my normal zander rig, which you can see on my zander fishing on the canal. If you haven't seen that there, if you haven't seen it, click here. Yeah, with a little roach section basically, and that's just literally a couple of foot off the reeds. What I've also done, and I'll show you now, I have mixed up some halibut ground bait, and I've mixed that halibut ground bait with plenty of smelt oil, some homemade oil, which if you haven't seen how I make my own fish oils, check it out here. And so this is the ground bait I use. It's the Dynamite Marine. I really like it. I really like halibut ground bait for pike fishing. It's got two objectives really. So what I'll do, I'll mix in loads of pieces of dead fish, so I can get some ground bait in the area, but it's obviously get some fish down there, get the attractants in, and hopefully draw some fish in. But what it also does, because of the ground bait, it'll attract in the smaller fish, which in turn should attract the predators. But we'll see how that works out for us. So yeah, that's it really. So we're all good to go. As you can see, I've got the old shelter up today, just because I felt I normally I'd sort of roam as you know, I'll keep mobile when I'm fishing, so I don't take shelters or anything like that. I keep it light. But today I was the plan is just to stick this swim out, so I thought I'd bring my shelter and have a bit of comfort. It's really cloudy today, overcast, but we're on the back of that really mild week, so the water temperatures would have come up. But with this bit of cloud, I would say the conditions are pretty optimum, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see how we get on, eh? Fingers crossed. I don't know if you can see this. There's actually a pike right in the margins here. I'm probably going to spook him in a second, so wait for the big splash. Little jack pike there. Well, that scared him off. I have some breaking news. Not good news either. Way up. Boat. Hopefully this doesn't pick my line up. Anyway, I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, must be spring, the boat started to shift a bit. Yeah, breaking news. Breaking news, fish spawning, pike spawning. I've been sat here and I've been watching them, they're really tight into the reeds, pike. So, yes, that's going to make life very difficult, because when the pike are at it, let's say, they're not interested in feeding. But you never know. Might not all be for spawning yet. And there's always a chance for a sander anyway. But yeah, oh, that was the first boat of the season anyway, I've seen on here. So, oh, kingfisher. It's the second or third kingfisher I've seen this morning though. So yeah, hope you're all well. Hope you enjoyed last week's video. What was last week's video? Oh, we caught the chub again on the anchor, didn't we? Yeah. I know some of my videos can be a bit top heavy on the river anchor, but my winters do basically consist of fishing the chub for the chub on the river anchor and pike fishing. So, and perch fishing now and again. But yeah, as I say, they're not all about what you catch these videos. It's about getting out, resting the old brain. And my word, there's plenty of stresses in the world, isn't there? You know, especially with the war that's happening now, which is scary, it's frightening. It's tough times in the UK. You know, the economy's poor. We started to fall out with Donald Trump, but he's a lunatic anyway. We've got wars breaking out all over the place, it seems, at the minute. Yeah, it's tough old times in the UK. You know, it's tough for anybody, but when you suffer from anxieties, your PTSDs, you know, your mental health issues, all these little things, financial, economy, wars, you know, just little worries can build up. And days like out fishing are like, it's sort of almost a what's an escape, isn't it? It's a unique escape. It's, you just switch off from the whole world, really. and you can forget all of that rubbish that's going on in the world just for a few hours, and it's massively important. And it's not just on the days fishing either. You spend the rest of the week thinking about the next time you go in. You know, I'm not getting out every week at the minute, unfortunately. I've got a family and I've got a day job, like I've explained in other videos, Monday to Friday job. And it's not always easy to get out every week. So what's this guy up to now? Oh no, it's a boatman. Yeah, but when you do, it certainly helps. But yeah, we're looking forward to, well, I'm looking forward to the spring now. Doing lots of research and thinking about what I want to do for the spring summer this year. And I've got most of my plans in place. So the spring is going to be spent tench fishing, and I found a couple of venues that I want to target. Say spring and summer. And then come summer, barbel fishing on the rivers. Probably going to be the River Dove and the River Trent. And I've also got plans to go crucian fishing, crucian carp fishing, when I found a lovely little pool locally to me. It's got some proper true crucians in it. So that'll be nice to catch them. I love catching crucian carp. So yeah, there'll be lots of dawn starts. Yeah, I like to get down to any fishery really as early as I can. The trouble is with places like this, for instance, you're not allowed to start till 8 o'clock and you have to be off by 5. And there's so many, a lot of day ticket fisheries, which is why I much prefer to be on proper wild rivers, wild lakes. I can get on the lake by first light, or river by first light. That's how I prefer it. Watch that dawn chorus, listen to that dawn chorus, watch the mist coming up off the lake on a summer's day. It's literally the best feeling in the world. And millions of people miss out on that because they're tucked up in bed. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Fishing's fantastic in the winter, mental health. But come the summer, when you're sat there with a float, tench bubbling up, 4 o'clock in the morning, mist rising off the lake, the wildlife, you're at one with wildlife at that time of day. It's just unbelievable. Stunning. Got all that to look forward to. So, quick run through the equipment that I'm using today. Rod. So this is a 12-foot, 3-pound test curve, Gray's GT2 rod. Braided mainline, bait runner reel, but the important bit, I've got, it's dead simple. Onto the mainline, I've got a Fox stem to a 3-ounce lead down to a buffer bead, and then onto that, I'm not going to take it off because it's awkward, but there's a quick swivel, quick change swivel, which I then put on a wire trace to size 8 trebles. Simple as that. Simples. And bait this time round, I'm going to use a lamprey section. Now these are semi-barbed trebles, and what I do, so I know which one are the barbed, I put a bait flag on them, on the barbed, and that's the bit that goes in the bait. So yes, simple as hooking it up. I always put one, let's get this water right around, yeah, one in the flank and then one towards the back, like so. And then I like to use a bit of bait elastic. It just gives me confidence the bait's not going to fly off and it's presented correctly. I don't put much on, just a bit around the treble really to keep the treble in. Just a few twists. And I'll just wrap it around the treble, just like so, sorry. And then the same on the tail end. You see now that treble's come out, and that's what I mean. It just gives you that bit of extra confidence. Lamprey are the bloodiest fish bait there is to use. They are fantastic baits. They're also very slimy to hold. Can't hold this. There we are. That's better, I've got it hold of it now. It's not easy though. Yeah, bait elastic just allows you to put a bit into the cast and still be confident the bait's not come undone. Make sure that's all good. Yeah, that's good. There we are. Bait ready to go. Let's get it out there. Okay, quick change of tactics. Still got the main two rods out, but the float rod I've put away. What we're going to do, we're going to wobble a dead bait. Remember last time in the last video we did well on a wobbled dead bait. We just let him rest a minute. I was getting absolutely no joy on the floats whatsoever, so I decided to gamble and wobble a dead bait, and literally second cast, and he was close in as well. Decent fish, I don't know, probably just about a double, maybe not, but yeah, there we are. Finally, it took some doing, but we're there. Let's just adjust myself a bit so I get a decent picture. There we are. Yeah, probably £10, something like that. And basically all it is, I've got a single trace with a couple of shot, single hook, a roach, lip hooked. All we're going to do is cast that out and retrieve it slowly. Twitch it in, lift it, let it drop. Hopefully we can buy a bite. So we let it sink to the bottom. Slowly retrieve it. So that's us for today. Slow pack up time, as you can probably see. You see? It always amazes me how much crap I bring with me, really. far too much gear. But yeah, the rods are still out. I'm packing up slowly now. Obviously the last thing I'm bringing is the rods. Lastminute.com. Be surprised how many fish I've caught. Lastminute.com. But yeah, one of them days. Never mind. It's just nice to be out. As I keep saying, just phoned my good lady wife to get a French stick out the freezer, because I fancy a pizza tonight. I'm going to make my own French bread pizzas. So my stomach started to rumble thinking about it. But yeah, look, fleece today. Spring is definitely in the air. So yeah, that would be, can't wait for the spring. It's been a long winter. Yeah, I love my chub and my pike fishing, but get to about March now and I'm sort of starting to ache for tench and crusions and, you know, things like that. So yeah, I'm ready for the spring. I'm ready for shorts and t-shirt fishing rather than thermals. Pike gear will go away now till October, November time. I don't do any pike fishing at all in the summer. I don't agree with it personally, not even lure fishing, but each to their own. So yeah, get a nice slow pack away, get this lot loaded, get in a car, 40 minutes home, dinner, and hopefully a bit of footy. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. As usual, you don't realise just how much it means to me that people are viewing them. Okay, we're getting, I suppose we're averaging 600 views, which is just, it's not a lot, you know, but it's definitely a start, isn't it? You know, and I'm trying to get the message across. Angling is such a massive benefit for mental health, and I don't want just anglers to watch this channel either. I want everybody to be able to watch it and enjoy it. Yeah, it's just being out in the countryside, in the wilds. So yeah, keep watching. Obviously leave a comment. I'm not getting many comments. I'd like more comments, and definitely subscribe, because that definitely helps. But as long as you're watching it, that'll do for me. So thanks ever so much, and I'll catch you next time.